Neville Martin from the Federation of Small Businesses, and I'm here today to tell you about a new initiative called the Yorkshire Enterprise Club. In the UK, about 1 in 5 people has a vision for a commercially sound business proposition, but only about 1 in 3 of those actually do anything about it and put it into practice. So 2/3 of the people with a perfectly doable business idea do absolutely nothing with it. So clearly there is a potential there of untapped talent that's doing nothing, and the Yorkshire Enterprise Club is all about tapping into that potential and encouraging more of those people to actually bring their doable business ideas to fruition. Now, the government aims to grow the economy by about 2.5% a year. So it's not unreasonable to assume that the number of businesses in the UK ought to increase at about that rate to meet that target. But in actual fact, over the last 3 or 4 years, the number of closures and bankruptcies has exceeded the number of startups by an average of about 20,000 businesses per year. So clearly we are not going to make a growth target of 2.5% if the business base is actually shrinking. And it's against that challenging reality that the Yorkshire Enterprise Club has been introduced. And we've established a threefold aim. Firstly, we want to substantially increase the number of businesses starting up in Yorkshire each year. And secondly, we want to increase survival rates. Now, currently, an average business lasts in the region of 4 years, and clearly there is a lot that can be done to extend that and support businesses to last into the longer term. So that's our secondary aim, to encourage and maintain more businesses on a much longer survival rate. And then thirdly, we want to raise the bar in the sort of training and support of that's available for fledgling businesses. So what is the Yorkshire Enterprise Club going to do to achieve all that? Well, let me begin by telling you what we're not going to do. Yorkshire has some of the best support agencies in the UK, of which we are justifiably proud. These include all our local councils, the enterprise agencies, the colleges, the universities. They all do sterling work in bringing on many fast-growing businesses. And we won't do anything which in any way is going to try to replicate or replace or to compete with anything that any of those organisations do. In fact, quite the opposite. We're going to help to promote their services. We're going to raise the awareness of their successes and the services that they provide. We'll be singing their praises and hopefully being a cheerleader for those wonderful organisations. So our role will be very much to signpost people in their direction and hopefully to increase the level of take-up of those services. So the role of the Yorkshire Enterprise Club is to create a startup community. Now, the thing about startup businesses is that they're very disparate and isolated. They start up in places like back bedrooms and attics and garages and garden sheds, and nobody quite knows how to find them or how to get a handle on them at all. So the sort of core role for the Yorkshire Enterprise Club will be to bring them together into an identifiable and accessible body, and then having got them into a place where we can actually communicate with them, we can begin to raise their awareness of the wonderful services that are available through the support agencies, and enable those support agencies to target their services to where they'll be most effective. So in effect, the Yorkshire Enterprise Club will be a sort of middleman, bringing together the market on the one hand and the service providers on the other, and getting them to meet in the middle. So we're very much an organisation that is there to make the best of what is already available and just make it work more effectively. So I'm sure people will be asking, how are you going to coax these startup businesses out of hiding? Well, we have a menu of services which we've put together and at great cost and expense, and we hope that it will add value considerably to fledgling businesses and benefit their operations. To give you some idea, the sort of things we'll be offering, we've got free business banking, which will obviously be of major benefit to any small business. We'll be offering lots of networking and promotional opportunities, low-cost credit card terminals and credit card processing services. We'll have downloadable legal documents and access to some highly relevant how-to guides. And of course there's the weekly newsletter, which will go out every Friday and be full of help and information for anybody who's in the process of starting a business or in the first months of trading, having launched the business. So how much does it all cost? Well, it's cost us an awful lot actually. From the FSB's point of view, there's been a lot of investment putting this together, but from the user's perspective, it's going to be absolutely free. It won't cost a penny. Anybody can go online and join the Yorkshire Enterprise Club simply by filling in their details online, and we're not going to ask for a penny. It will all be free. You know, the heritage of Yorkshire is to be the driver of the world economy. A disproportionate number of the world's great innovations have their roots right here in Yorkshire. The Yorkshire Enterprise Club hopes to restore Yorkshire's heritage of innovation and put us firmly in the forefront of the coming age of enterprise. In the 21st century, there's not much you can't achieve if you've got a computer, a business idea and access to the internet. Then pretty much the world is your oyster. Multinational corporations may still dominate the economy, but in the future enterprise will rise to the fore. We can either watch things happen or we can make things happen, and we hope that anyone who has a vision for a business and wants to bring it to fruition can join us in the quest. It's free to join. All you need to do is log on to yorkshirenterpriseclub.org.uk, join online, simply register your details, and we'll get back to you with some information about how to make use of the services, and we hope to see you soon. My name is Neville Martin from the Federation of Small Businesses. Thank you for listening.